Hello, everyone. Happy Labor Day. Happy long weekend. Welcome back to the market. In today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at what the next steps are for the market. Real nice and quick, I am holding DIA puts for September 29th. I'm most likely going to sell them in the next, maybe the next few days. Most likely going to also sell them for either a small lot. We're holding 347 puts. So, like if tomorrow we get another move to the downside, they'll be a bit more profitable. And then, but yeah, regardless, in the next few days, I'm going to be leaning long, depending on how things play out. I'm going to explain the reasons why. All right. So we're going to take a look at the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Russell, that dropped 2%. The NASDAQ, that was green today. We're going to take a look at the dollar and the bonds. All right. Also the VIX. And without further ado, let's get started with the video. Okay, guys, so we've got a few things to talk about. So the NASDAQ, clearly the large victor today. So the IWM, huge hit. The NASDAQ did completely fine. So basically, Apple, the large tech stocks, the mega cap companies are doing phenomenally. They're doing really, really well. When this is the case, it is not wise to be bearish on the market. And that's pure and simple. Regardless of what is happening with the dollar, okay? So right now, right, we've been monitoring the dollar every single day. We see how the dollar has an inverse relationship to the market. If the dollar is rising, then that's obviously bearish for the market because it has an inverse relationship, right? But what we see right now is the NASDAQ really, really showing strength. So the one of the instances where this strength in the dollar does not show or permeate into the market is when equities are getting bought the heck up. And equities are getting bought the heck up. The tech stocks, there are aggressive buyers in tech, okay? So right now with the dollar, right, we see that obviously we're closing outside of the upper level of the Bollinger Band. This is relevant because this is showing overextension to the upside. And usually when we get overextensions to the upside, we get a bit of a pullback inside. But we are not that overextended to the upside. So tomorrow we could still open within the Bollinger Bands and continue to rise on the dollar. But that is not automatically a bearish sign because the NASDAQ is getting tons of buyers. The NASDAQ, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, all of these large companies, Nvidia also did well. They're getting some love. And it's very, very tough to be bearish when the tech stocks are doing so well. So here is basically my plan. Let's quickly take a look at the IWM, right? IWM took a huge hit, obviously below 188. And intraday, it just collapsed all day. So generally, right, when the IWM is this weak, it can help pull the SPY down, which is basically what ended up happening. But the NASDAQ was not that green. It stabilized. So we're seeing aggressive buyers in the large tech stocks. And the IWM took a huge hit. Money is rotating out of the Russell 2000 into the NASDAQ. And yeah, when that happens, that is very bullish on the market. So a few things to take into consideration. So this week, the market can continue to fall a bit. We need to see how 447 and 448 holds. I will be a buyer at those levels. And I will definitely be a buyer at 443 if that ends up happening somehow. But 447, 448 is going to be a very major level of support. And I think that's going to hold, and I will be buying at those levels. This week, right? So I'm hoping that DIA sells off a bit in the next few days. And it would be perfect, basically, as it falls, right? This is the chart of the SPY. But as it falls, as DIA falls, then the SPY is also going to be falling, obviously. And then we can buy a dip on the SPY for a move upwards. The next thing is that on September 15th, here is when is when triple witching is going to occur on this day here. So triple witching is basically when options expiry happens across multiple different indices and markets. So that is generally when that happens, it's bullish. Into that time, the market ends up usually rallying into that time. And what's important is that when you also take a look at September's seasonality chart, right, for September, into the middle of September, we usually get a rally. And then towards the end, after triple witching and after the options expire, we get a pullback. So what I want to do is I want to start leaning long in these next few days for a move to the upside into triple witching, which is on September 15th. After that, we're going to end up being bearish. All right. That's when we're going to hopefully get some really good sell signal. Basically, we should see, I didn't think this would be possible, but these last few days have been super, super strong. And then the NASDAQ was super, super strong as well. So it looks like 458 is on the table on the SPY. So if we can see, hopefully we get 458 to 463 on the SPY. Those would be really good shorting opportunities. And 447 to 448 are going to be really good long opportunities for that target to the upside, in my opinion. And yeah, that's basically my thought process. That is my plan. And yeah, you know, it's really, really interesting. Basically, the main issue about being super, super bearish right now is that money is flowing freely into the NASDAQ. When that is happening, you should not be bearish. Okay. So with that being said, regardless of what the bonds are doing, obviously the bonds are showing some weakness because the yields are bullish and, you know, the dollar is showing strength, blah, blah, blah. But the dollar and the overall market can both show strength while, as long as the NASDAQ is showing strength. So, you know, with that being said, you know, just taking a look at GameStop, we're holding on to some January calls on GameStop. January $30 calls on GameStop, got them down here, and they're up 40%. They were up 40%. So they should be up at least 35 still. So they're up pretty nicely. We have earnings on GameStop Wednesday after hours, which is tomorrow. So that's going to be pretty fun. Hopefully, you know, we get a big pop to 25, and that would be spectacular. But who knows? But regardless, in the next few days, we're hoping for a bit of a pullback, and then we can get a better longing opportunity for a move to at least 456 would be a pretty solid place to go. If we break below 443, if we break below 442 to 443, in my opinion, so say for example, in the next few days, we end up breaking below 442, 443, then this is going to make new lows, because then the upward momentum would have vanished and this would just collapse. But the fact that we are holding up, the fact that we're holding up so nicely above 448, we haven't even touched 447. That is super, super bullish. And yeah, hope you guys, you know, enjoyed. And tomorrow, I'm really excited because I'm going to start explaining in detail the reasoning why I enter and exit the trades that I take. So for example, you know, and like my exact thought process. So during the stream, if you guys watch the streams, I give my entire thought process of basically everything that's going on as a whole, right? So now tomorrow, as the stream ends, I'm gonna start making videos basically detailing, okay, so this is my thought process, giving an entire bird's eye view of what I was looking at during the market, why I took the trades I did, why I didn't take the trades that I did. And I think that that is something that honestly in video form for free, that's something that I really wish someone was doing back when I first started to trade. And this is definitely going to help, honestly. So I really am excited to do this, and it's fun at the end of the day as well. Basically, like, we took a trade today, we went short, and then we averaged in, and then we followed the move down. And today we basically had 2 opportunities to also go short, but we didn't take those, and then we ended up taking this one. So if this was the video, I would go into detail about why I didn't take these, and the reason why I took this. So yeah, fun. I'm excited, and I hope you guys enjoy it as well. But that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Thank you guys so much. Much love, and yeah, take care.